Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is July 3, 2017, 11:42 p.m. Birmingham. Topic: the Great Falling Away. The first one is here now. There will be a second, and I'm going to tell you where that second one will be. Start with, you call good evil, and you call evil good. This is proven because what Obama tried to do to our country, people approved of it. Or at least the Christians didn't stand up and have a voice. They didn't express one. And that's our fault. But never again is that going to happen. But what he did to this country, he was on the brink of destruction. He was this close to giving this country over. And you heard it when he told the president or the prime minister, or whoever it was in Russia at the time, look, after I'm elected, this time I have more flexibility that I'll hand you and give you all what you want. And that's the keys to our front door, the keys to our back door. That is dominance over our country. Obama is nothing but an evil coward that for money he tried to sell us out, and he came this close. The only reason he didn't is God said, not on my watch. And praise God, it was on his watch. Because God installs kings and takes out kings. He installs presidents, he takes out presidents. God installed Trump, and he's here now, and he's doing good work. And if you want to compare it to Obama, forget it. You'll need 1,000 six-subject notebooks to even start with. Obama was lousy, he was sorry, and is in bed with the Antichrist as a false prophet is today. I'm pissed off at all of them. But there's going to be another falling away. The falling away I'm talking about now are those who suddenly showed their colors when Trump was elected. They came out of the woodwork. They were hiding in the dark. But now we know who they are. The entire liberal everything. The media, all the liberal media, all the liberal Congress, all the liberal Senate. And when I say liberal, I'm talking about Republicans as well. I don't think there's one conservative that's a liberal, but I think half the Republicans are. They're all in the establishment. They're all in bed with the Antichrist. All of them. All of them's been paid out. All of them been stealing your money for a long, long time. None of them need to have the job they're in today. They need to get out. We need to vote them out, and you don't need to vote for them again. Like this idiot in Nevada, Reed, that y'all keep putting in. He's a thief. He's a backstabber. Pelosi, California, you keep putting her in. She's an idiot. Well, this is one falling away, but I don't consider these a falling away. These have already fell. There's going to be another. You have what's happening now will happen once again, but no one has thought about when it's going to happen again. It'll happen 1,000 years from now. I want you to know, if you go and just look it up, it's on the internet, on YouTube, how many people has had a dream or vision of God showing them a clock without any hands, a watch without any hands on it, no face, clear, no numbers, no hands. And every time someone says, what is this referring to? They simply say, time is up. I'm on my way back to get my church. There's no time left. And this guy started crying. He said, people don't take it seriously. Well, guys, when you're left behind, then you will. It'll be just like it is today at the end of 1,000 years from now. Out of the darkness, they came when Trump was elected. This is the answer to the future as well. After 1,000 years of total peace in this world, not this country, this world. Peace, no crime. And crime was extremely frowned upon. So people hid it so good that you didn't know who they were, and you don't know who they were. You don't know who they'll be while you're in the millennium, just like those who came out of the woodwork when Trump was elected. Who had a clue that all these people had already sold their souls for money? And I'm talking about cash, money, to the Antichrist. Many have already sold out for the cause of the New World Order, and many because they simply have to, because the threat of the blood covenant they made with Satan. They have a blood covenant that they made with Satan. And what is this? This is by those that are altering on a sacrificial blood to a sacrificial, not a lamb, but humans offering to Satan, to the false prophet, to the Antichrist. They're doing it. They did it in front of CERN, in the open. And then they find out a pregnant woman was kidnapped days earlier. They ripped her from her throat down her pelvic and took that baby out and then sliced that baby up, drained the blood and drank it. And you think I'm wrong? Look it up. It happened. Even the police know who she is, but they're forbidden to look into it. They're forbidden to expose it, even though many already have, but their hands are tied and they can't do a thing. If you're not in this rapture, so be it. Good riddance to you all. At the end of 1,000 years, after total peace, after those who came through the tribulation, I'm not talking about the church. The church won't enter the tribulation. Those who came through it knowing Christ, who accepted Christ during that time, will come through and they will repopulate this earth for 1,000 years. And they do it with very little sickness, very little death. In fact, most will live to be that 1,000 years old, whether you know that or not. But at the end, God will loosen Satan for a little season. Why will he do that? To show the world that after 1,000 years of complete peace on this earth, Satan's not changed. Nor has those who still think they can join him and overthrow God. What little-minded people they are. And what little-minded people you are today. I'm just giving you a heads-up warning right now. All you little people who continue to fight Trump, who is the best president probably than we ever had, has the hardest job of any man, and you're trying to figure out a way to kick him out. That ain't going to happen. You'll first have to kick God out, and good luck. But in your little mind, you actually believe that. That's why at the end of that 1,000 years, the multitudes, the hundreds of millions, if not billions, that will come forward out of all who you thought were good Christian people, going through the motions of doing the things that we do in the tribulation, in the 1,000-year millennium. Keep in mind, all those born during that 1,000 years, they have to accept Christ. They have to in order to be saved. A great number will not. The number that won't could be greater than the ones that was even born after a certain time. What I mean by that, if a woman who is saved is saved by the blood, comes into the millennium, and she's already bearing a child, you would think this child will follow his mother, go through all the motions, be saved, but in their hearts, they really denied Christ. I don't mean their little hearts. I mean the age of accountability. Guys, it's fixing to get horrific. It's about to go to literal hell on this earth. Time is up. There's no time left. Don't be one of those left behind. Let me tell you one more thing. Those of you who think for a second, I know I've accepted Christ, but I'm terrified that I may not make it to heaven. Let me tell you something about that. God made it clear. I started a work in you, and I'll finish it. John 3:16, when you accepted Christ, God started a work in you. He will cause you to die before he will cause you to lose your salvation, or before he will allow you to lose your salvation. Once you're saved, you're going to heaven, even if it's by being taken out and dying, and then being resurrected and going to heaven. Won't lose your salvation, guys. I promise you that. If you truly mean it, you will see Christ. You will go to heaven. You will go out of here with the church. And there will be a lot of us. But there'll be a lot more left behind. Jody Wolf, Expoz.